Okay. Here's the subject. Supreme Court Justice. Go.
Are there any rules?
It just says each player secretly writes a Zachattack.
I'm done, I guess.
Okay, so
Do we have to fill all the knuckles?
He said there's no rules.
yeah, I didn't see any rules. Okay.
Turn it in.
Yeah, turn it in. Okay. So this says law, order, and then this
Pretty
one
good, law.
just says just with the scales of justice on it.
If I on the ring finger, that would be a cool little scale.
We can put them together. I mean, like, I think, like, you're gonna find, like, I got good law.
Hello. Hi again, Keen.
I'm gonna go
Good to
with
see you again.
This would be fun.
Who should I watch next on YouTube? Because I'm still watching Vet 19. Who should I watch next?
But not like being a player's game.
Zachattacks, $15. We all hate it.
Jamie, welcome to the redemption round. Joey and I have been cooking up a product we know you're going to love.
Awesome.
Unlike all that other garbage that you showed us earlier today, this one is actually pretty cool.
It's useful, stylish, covert.
Ooh, yeah. Things we also carry are
Pants, jeans, blue.
socks.
Oh,
Novelty, cute, little cow print on the east.
We carry socks.
they don't sell very well, to be honest with you.
Well, right now, Joey's wearing the wallet sock.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to be like, get off my desk.
Right? That you thought it was just a regular cow sock? No, I got a wallet in it.
I've got bills, I've got cards.
And these get accessible.
Look how easy that was to get out.
Yeah, just pull it right out.
Do you know where the number one place that people put their money when they don't have pants on? Bras and socks. But how, really well is that sock holding your wallet? Yeah, pretty well, actually.
Seems to be in there pretty tight.
Well, without a zipper, this ain't gonna eventually get out.
Could it? It seems like you can just.
I can eventually. Oh, wow!
You go to Sky Zone.
Trampoline parks.
Yeah, it's gonna be flying out.
As soon as you showed me the socks, I was trying to get like the camera's attention to be like, leave my set. I didn't know yet that it had a wallet in it. And so I was like, oh, let me back up and check out the wallet. Now that I've checked out the wallet, I'm going back to the camera and be like, get out of my set. This is like the worst stuff you guys have ever found. This is terrible.
Hello.
The amount of spit hitting your face is going to be crazy. Inside U.S. Coast Guard boot camp. The last Coast Guard video is one of my favorite boot camps. It just goes super hard. Bro, Coast Guard got that energy. Coast Guard got that energy on full right now. Let me know in the comments what boot camp you guys think is the hardest and how you think Coast Guard is going to do against the Marine Corps right now.
All right, guys, we just landed here in Cape May, New Jersey. We're at the United States Coast Guard Training Center. This is where they drop off all the recruits that get loaded up on a bus and start their boot camp.
Coast Guard boot camp, I think the tone they set in these videos is so much better than all the other ones. Bro, these dudes had more energy than the Army Ranger dudes and the Marine Corps boot camp dudes already.
If there's an empty seat in front of you, you're already wrong. Move it, fill it up front.
An empty seat in front of you? Look at all those empty seats, bro. You want to know the cheat to boot camp? You are going through it for the first time just like everybody else. Always go first. A lot of people say be like a wallflower. No. Be first, strike hard, strike fast, try, and you are going to shit on everybody.
Get on my bus!
The amount of spit hitting your face is going to be crazy. This female has got me gassed up. Oh, I understand. The whole time I'm just...
You must be fully clothed. In case of mercy, if you get pretty clothes on you, you are still your shoes on your feet when you move outside. You understand? Yes, sir.
Real quickly, guys. Look how old this guy is compared to the majority of the people just in this frame. Not counting for Nick Ortiz, of course. But everybody else. He's the only one with the gray hair I can see. Oh, hey, look, it's my brother. Fellow Ginger, let's go. Joining the Coast Guard. Woohoo. Oh my god, Via Lee. I love Young Sheldon. Like, I've already binge watched it like at least 20 times by now. I agree with you, Via.
Yeah, oh, bruh, she a thug. Y'all want to know why I love the yelling shit? Y'all know I yell now. Before the military, I was the most soft-spoken guy you've ever seen in your whole life. That is pussy shit. Having her bring that chaos from the beginning is just...
As soon as they put
got a little bit back there.
Park, it was straight man. After the loud greeting, the male recruits go straight to the barbershop for a full buzz cut, and then they got to go through a few health exams, and after that, they go straight to...
Do females not have to go bald? Females do have an option because, you know...
Men are just so oppressed out here. Females can do whatever they want with their hair, but guys, we're stuck out there.
Dude, at least the Coast Guard got, like, clean classrooms.
The strengthening of the Coast Guard culture starts right here. Now, we want you to graduate. The Coast Guard needs you to graduate.
I'm about need.
Our country needs you to graduate as well.
I hate that saying. It should probably be the Coast Guard does not care if you pass or fail. But your country needs you to pass. However, that is up to you. You gotta do it for yourself at the end of the day. What's up with these COVID masks and shit? Bro, I would be like, take those fucking masks off and get sick, pussy.
Chief White, take charge and carry out the training plan.
Is Chief White black as oh no, down? The guy interracial with Coast Guard, that's cool.
Training starts now, the entire time. Do it now.
Oh my fucking god. Like I said, we've done a few different boot camp reaction videos, and they've all been amazing. But since when the did y'all get nice ass backpacks, bro? And what, bro? I remember the water bottles from last time. Fuck you guys. They kind of look like they're like on a prison yard.
Respond, Maria! Respond, Maria! Respond, Maria! Respond,
Yes.
Maria! Rush down, push! Push! Push!
This is what I've wanted to see. As of right now, I'm making the call for all of us. Transitioning from civilian to soldier, sailor, coastie, whatever, Coast Guard right now is the most difficult. I'm seeing nothing but these people getting yelled at and stuff, and I love it. Yo, shout out Macy! Shout out Macy, let's go! That's that energy we're looking for. Yes!
Push! Push! Get me counted!
We got to get a glimpse of what living in the barracks is like. This
I love it here.
Will sleep for the next 8 weeks. Let's just say you get to know your shipmates very well. Once settled in, it's time to get to work. Say hello to your new company commander.
Evil Echo? What the motherfucking water bottles are gonna make me myself. I don't know why I'm so mad about that. They got better water bottles than the shit we gotta go buy at the store. The reason I'm mad is all we get is Vietnam mold-infested canteens. The second you're in the army at least and you sip that canteen, congratulations, you just kissed about 357. Oh, they sweating, baby. Respect. Their uniforms are so nice. I can't wait for them to get ruined. Yeah, they're basically open mouth kissing, but it's whatever, I guess.
All right, we're about to get in the pool and do this.
I'm not worried about you.
A bunch of recruits.
What's up, Just a Channel?
And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That's a nice pool. That's a nice pool.
Morning, my name.
Hey, you take your shirt off and be like everybody else, you piece of shit. You know what? Just take your shirt and your pants off.
And what this Mustang survival suit can do in a situation of hypothermia.
That suit is a
We're
horse.
gonna do two floats.
It's a Mustang horse.
We're gonna have the single person float, and we're gonna have the multi-person float. That takes me to the suit. Mustang survival suit. Boat crews use this. Whenever you're out on deck and
Mama
cold
use it.
temperatures,
Hello, Robin.
it's two things. It keeps you afloat, and it keeps
Nah, who
you
the
warm.
fuck is coughing? On God, dudes, we get up for coughing, which I thought was a little extra, but now it's ingrained in me. So that person needs to self. Note to self: get a tan before going.
Single person float.
No. You want to know why I'm going to be mad as chat? The second I get in that water, because my life is terrible, all of the water's going down into the thing. I sink to the bottom of the ocean and die.
When will you see another boat? When will you see an air?
Why are we training them on to be rescue divers, bro?
I bet you would.
Half of them are going to be sitting at computers. We're out here thinking they're all going to be rescue divers and do all this cool shit. Bro, this is chill now. They're learning cool things though. Bro, somebody need to come up from the bottom and touch their butt. Put some stress on them. I want to see your students suffer like shit.
We're constantly going down and retrieving people.
Training on that tight platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it was peculiar in the sense that you don't find people stranded super tied and
nasty.
Horny.
Yes, Joseph.
That's so dangerous.
This is the Coast Guard thing about like boot camp based off of Nick Ortiz's reaction.
You will be the savior to people on their worst day. Whatever the speech is, Mr. Hunter, insert a clip.
There will come a time when you might have to decide who lives and dies out there. It's a terrible responsibility, but it is one you will have to make as a rescue swimmer. The bigger reality is it's also something you're going to have to live with as a human being. There will come a time when you're going to have to say no. The most important person to keep alive is yourself.
Look at those PT notes. They're so sick.
After basic training all morning, we went to the galley for some lunch. What I thought might be a little break ended up being the complete opposite. In the Coast Guard, timing is everything, and lunch is very quick. Before recruits can eat, they are quizzed on required Coast Guard knowledge. Those who get it wrong must report it to the company commander and be held accountable. Mental fitness seemed to be 90% of the battle during training.
Timer starts, you go to line up, you get up, you get asked questions, they filter in platoon by platoon, you line up, you get your chow, you get with again, you sit down, you eat, you get up, you throw your shit away, go backside and get information. You have about 30 minutes to do all of that. If you guys enjoy this content, want to see it live, come join us on Twitch where we stream Monday through Friday. And if you guys want to see everything we cannot put on YouTube in these videos, go.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Nick Ortiz? He has been one of my favorite YouTubers and Twitch streamers for a while now. So, guys, please go subscribe to Nick Ortiz, okay? Like, it's all I ask, okay? Like, I don't care who you're subscribed to. I mean, please subscribe to me as well. But please go subscribe to Nick Ortiz Monday through Friday on Twitch. And if you want to see uncut footage like you were just saying, go follow him on Rumble. Because I'm going to be making a Rumble account pretty soon, where I might be posting a lot of my uncut stuff as well once I start live streaming. So, but please vote down below in my poll if you want me to start a Twitch account, start reacting. So please let me know. And now back to our daily scheduled video.
And follow us on Rumble. Week 07, the discipline is still there. That's amazing.
When in the Coast Guard, once you show up to your unit, you're doing the job day one. Yeah. So this is helping them be ready to at least learn what they need to learn when they show up.
Do you want to join the Coasties? Okay.
Heads up on the beer! Heads up on the beer!
Heads up on the beer. Hey, yo, we drank it? So now they're kind of like in this less stressful phase. They're more in a learning phase and testing phase. So there's not as much stress going on right now because it's all on you. If you're not taking what they've taught you, you're just going to fail out.
Slack in your offhand. Pittman, don't move. You're holding the slack. If you let go, you're putting slack back into the line and everything you've done up to this point has been used.
Man, you know, the slack, you got to tug on that rope, make it nut, make it nice and tight.
Put it in your right hand a little bit. Make it nut. Roll it around the post.
Yeah. Call it dirty names. Call that rope a dirty little slut. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of this shit, so shout out Coast Guard. I'll f with the Ocean chat. Ocean got sharks in it.
Fly to me!
Fly on me!
So Coasties are professional fishermen.
Fire on board is one of a captain's biggest fears. During boot camp,
hell no, y'all gonna need that fire extinguisher, you know what I'm saying? You have to squirt that fire out.
during boot camp, all recruits go through fire prevention and firefighting courses.
All the water people are technically fire people. Navy and Coast Guard doing all this fire shit. You don't get none of that. What the hell? I couldn't do this, bro. If it's on fire in the ocean, I'm out. I'm fucking out. I just light a bomb in the fire department of the ship. Somebody fucking watch that guy.
All right, guys, we made it to the end of the week. It's graduation day. People from all over the country just arrived. About to go sit down and enjoy this. It's a very special moment for everybody.
I'm Captain Warren, the commanding officer of Coast Guard Training Center Gate Maine. The first thing I like to do is ask all veterans and first responders, if you are able, please.
This is the gayest part. Get out of here. Sit your ass down. No one gives a
Guys, I'm proud to see each and every one of you standing here today. When we saw you in week 2, we told you, you control your attitude, you control your effort, and you'll be standing here 6.5 weeks, 7 weeks from the first time we saw you. Now here you are, one unified team, one company, ready to go on and do great things. Congratulations, Delta.
Chat, this is Puff, man. Do y'all want me to tell you when I graduated boot camp in the Army, dopest, coolest, hardcore instructor told us? He literally was like, platoon, attention, and then we're literally standing there waiting for him to give a speech, and he's like this. He's like, fuck you. Dismissed. And I never saw him again. Drill Sergeant Swisher, you the realest one. Dude, that carried me through my career to right now. I've done some of my graduations outside, some of them inside. It typically just depends on the class size.
Or a fireman apprentice. Congratulations on your first advancement in the United States Coast Guard. One member of Delta 206 also completed the requirements to become an American citizen. The following
Yeah.
and center.
Who should I watch next? That's the real question.
Coasties, are y'all considered seamen? Is that what you just said? You guys are? I'm just kidding.
AJ is from Ghana.
You've earned the title, seaman. Fuck!
Okay, real question. Who should I watch next now? Like, I watched About 19, Nick Ortiz. Should I watch Dr. Mike, Preston, What If, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye guy, Greystone Plays, like Smosh Pit, The Boys, Law by Mike. Who should I watch, guys? Like, seriously, please let me know, okay? Because for right now, the next thing we're about to watch is Sambucha.
Here's a fun fact.
At Wells Fargo, we get it. Carlos started his business to obsess over things like basting, butter basting, oil.
Here's a fun fact. Every minute there's 150,000 new videos posted to YouTube. In fact, the entire platform at this point has over 1 billion videos uploaded onto it. And don't get me wrong, not every video is bad, but every now and then a video comes along that gets a YouTuber arrested, or lands them in jail, or worse, gets them killed. And while we're not going to be looking at that last part today, we are going to be taking a look at the first 2 videos that have landed YouTubers in jail or arrested. And trust me, there's a lot of them. So get your popcorn, get ready, here we go. Alright, so you may be wondering, why is there a random Russian guy on my screen? Well, this guy's name is Sokolovsky.
For being a Russian myself, I am glad that this is on the screen right now because me being a Russian, let's go. And Michael Wirth, we will watch Unspeakable soon.
And basically what happened to him is he is a Pokemon Go player in Russia, and he went and played Pokemon Go in a church, which apparently is illegal. So there we have him walking up to the church, and then you'll see he'll enter it, he'll sit down at one of the pews, he's recording the crucifix there, and there he is just on his phone, just literally sitting there. I think it's in the middle of, not a mass, but some service is going on in the background. He looks like he has a polywag. Pretty inoffensive, you would think. But Russia didn't think so. And what did they do? They actually arrested him on grounds of offending the religious institution, because Russia takes religion seriously, and it was considered blasphemous what he was doing. So there it is, a YouTuber literally being thrown in cuffs and put into jail because he was playing Pokemon Go in a church.
Cheers,
So
everybody.
if you get any takeaway from this, it would be to not do that. This next video, we have an influencer named Prince Z, and this is the guy right here. So he's driving along Times Square in New York City, and then he passes out on purpose to try and get cops to come into his car and save him. I don't know why he's doing this, but he pretends to pass out, ultimately leading to his arrest.
Like an adrenaline rush.
He's getting adrenaline over doing arguably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, because he has some ops on the outside, and he just stops, just laying it on. So he's literally, this is a fake. Here's the cops. They're gonna bust his window, you'll see. What do you get out of this? Alright, so they bust open his window. Oh my gosh, imagine being this kind of influencer. That has to be the most tragic thing in the world, to live a life where this is like normal. Okay, so he's obviously joking. I wonder if he actually admits to it being a joke. Just wasting resources. So the reason he was arrested ultimately is because he wasted valuable resources. They could have been busting crime. What's the prank here? I don't understand what the prank is. Because now his window is cracked. He's surrounded by 6 NYPD officers. Like, what is his end goal here? Was this just to upload to TikTok, get a couple views? You know they're not from New York because anybody from New York would just keep walking. Everybody here's a tourist, and they're in Times Square, so it makes sense. Oh my gosh. You're really calling a fire truck for this guy? You should be getting a psychological evaluation for this. All right, and there we have our prankster, our hero, being escorted into the ambulance. Looks like he's heading to Mount Sinai, and that's the end of that. In what world is that a good prank? Like, I'm just trying to think objectively. How is that a good prank? Like, what is funny about that? There's nothing that's like, oh, okay, I can see the humor in that. Oh my gosh. Influencers, man. Okay, so this is a YouTuber named Trevor Jacob, and he built this airplane. Very cool, right? He built his own airplane, which you would think is an amazing feat in aviation. And what does he decide to do? He decides to crash his own airplane, and then he films the crime, because obviously you cannot just randomly crash an aircraft. And this is a whole 12-minute video that he decided to upload. You'll see this 300,000 dislikes, because I have that dislike extension so we can get that data. Okay, and here he is. It's just insane that he thought that this was a good idea. So you'll see he's acting like as well that the plane is having a malfunction and that he has to leave it. So he has a parachute on, so he's going to jump down, land in one of these fields, and he just lets the plane crash. So the entire thing is documented by him on his YouTube channel. So there he is, he just jumped off, which is an insane thing in and of itself. And now this plane is just going to crash down. I will say it is incredibly impressive that he's able to have a GoPro this whole time. Yeah, I think he thinks that that's fine. And of course it's not. And obviously it's not sophisticated enough to have any like autopilot feature, so it's just literally going down. I mean, this thing is doomed. Okay, so that looks to be the final moments. Yep, and there's the plane just crashed. Which, you know, if you ever plan on doing that, just know it's a massive offense. Like, you can't do that. You're not allowed to legally crash a massive aircraft into an abandoned field. Because I guess there could be people nearby, there could be animals that you possibly killed, ecosystems, you could start a fire, lots of issues. He ultimately found his plane.
Thank you, higher power, for watching over me. I'm gonna start walking out of here.
See, and now he's acting as if that was an accident when, you know, the investigation had proved that he did it for views, which is, again, a crazy thing to do. Okay, so on a little bit of a lighter note, this is Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon, who are getting arrested outside of VidCon, or inside of VidCon, because they tried to storm it with a literal Trojan llama. Like, they're in like a pinata of a llama, because they're banned from this event, and so they tried to sneak in. So here they are. This is the actual live arrest of it. I hope we get to see the llama. It's actually pretty funny. Okay, there's the cops looking inside. That's pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie. Did they think this was gonna work? I don't understand what the angle was here. It was probably just for content. Yep, had to put the camera down, and they are arrested. Let me show you what this looks like. Alright, so that is what the llama looked like. They tried to sneak inside, again, like a Trojan horse. There it is. They ultimately uploaded a YouTube video on this, but that was the POV, but that's what it looked like. So, kind of funny, kind of impressive that they were able to fit in there, but if you're banned from an event, you can't trespass. There's a reason you're banned. Otherwise, bans mean nothing. So while we're talking about Ice Poseidon, he was streaming on Kick, and he was in Thailand with his girlfriend, and he ended up giving her a lap dance, which we might want to blur a little bit, because this is pretty nasty. So there he is doing that. Alright, he's just doing his thing. I guess it was part of a subathon. He did a donation goal to get to this. I'm not sure why. Okay, then as you can see, like the managers started to come. They said, look, you can't do that.